Damn.
During the Battle of Luce, British Army suffered the worst casualties in a single day yet, some 8,500 dead. As for 2nd Battalion, 3rd Gurkha Rifles, out of 800 men, less than 50 survived. Kulbir Thapa was one of the survivors.
Hello, I'm Pradeep Shahi, writer-director for Gurkha Beneath the Bravery. The story of the Gurkhas can be found in history books, and like some parts of the past, it is often forgotten. Gurkha Beneath the Bravery focuses on Kulbir Thapa, an inexperienced soldier who not only saved himself fighting for his survival in trenches like these, but also headed into no man's land to rescue 3 of his fellow compatriots. Kulbir, like many Gurkhas before and after him, have valiantly fought in history's biggest battles. The hardship that they endured were long and fraught with danger.
Alright, I'm here with the man himself, the director and writer of the project Gurkha Movie, Gurkha Beneath the Bravery. So, we have Pradeep Shahi.
Hey, namaste, सबैजनालाई.
So Pradeep, tell us why a movie about Gurkha and why now?
Obviously, म आफै एउटा गोर्खाको छोरा अनि मेरो बाबा दाइ सबै गोर्खामा हुनुहुन्थ्यो. एन्ड किन गोर्खा मुभी अहिले भन्दा चाहिँ लाइक इट्स लाइक 4-5 years ago म लन्डन आउने बेलामा आई एक्चुअली विटनेस हाउ हार्ड हाम्रो अहिलेको मामाहरूको पुरानो मामाहरूको लाइफ रहेछ. And एक दिन, I walked past them, I felt guilty. Second day I walked past them, I felt I had to do something. Third day, fourth day, fifth, sixth day, week, I decided I want to do something. तर प्लान त आयो, तर कसरी गर्ने त्यो चाहिँ इम्प्लिमेन्टेसन गर्ने चाहिँ आइडिया चाहिँ थिएन क्या. एन्ड अभियसली त्यही रिजनले चाहिँ गर्छु भनेर डटेको. इट्स बिन 4.5 years. मेरो क्रू कासहरूले पनि धेरै कुर्नु भएको छ यसको लागि. बट लाइक या द्याट वाज रिजनिङ फर इट. हाम्रो मामाहरूको दुःख देखेर चाहिँ अब हाउ क्यान आई एटलिस्ट अनर देम, किन उनीहरूले गर्दा हामीले यस्तो राम्रो जिन्दगी पाएको छ. सो आई फिल लाइक इट्स टाइम विथ द यङ्गर जेनेरेसन काइन्ड अफ रिस्टोर द डिग्निटी भनेर चाहिँ यो प्रोजेक्ट सुरु गरेको.
Pradeep, tell us what this movie is going to be about.
The film itself is about survival of Kulbir Thapa. Obviously, like he was only a rifleman when the event happened, and unlike to what people believe, this is not going to be his entire life story. We're not going back all the way back to Nepal, how he was young, how he grew up, etc. The story itself is based on his 36 hours of survival. So the aim is, although this is a Gurkha movie, whenever it's a Gurkha, it's often related to bravery, courageous and stuff. The movie is actually about almost like anti-war. It's about like humanity, and even in the darkest period, how our forefather to find some sort of like light or some sort of hope for him to come back home, and along with himself, he brought other people as well. So yeah, it's about a survival story, but it has a bit more. It has psychological twist to this story as well. So that means it's a proper psychological war drama. So it's a good one.
Really interesting. I'm looking forward to what the movie will be like. But is there a particular reason why you chose Kulbir Thapa? I mean, there are a lot of like Gurkhas that have achieved a lot in their career in army.
The reason why Kulbir Thapa, obviously, first of all, the first script I actually made was a fictional one, right? So the idea was to kind of make this fictional short movie with the Gurkhas and get people's attention enough so we can actually make the bigger version of it. But then, obviously, that script didn't really come to reality because I was quite new to the Nepalese community back then, so I couldn't really figure out, how to get the right person and so forth, right crew. But once I kind of got the good crew around my, within my circle, within my like network, I kind of thought, I want to do something ambitious, something bold. And Kulbir Thapa, the reason why Kulbir Thapa, of course, he's like a first Victoria Cross winner. But the even bigger part was, I think, how a greater tribute it will be from us to actually reflect, like unlike how people think, like Gurkhas, we are like just bloodlusty tribal race. I think it will look so nice and so beautiful to actually show how we see our parents, a loving, caring human. And Kulbir Thapa's story fit the right element for us to display to the rest of the world, what Gurkha really are, who we really are. And unlike many people believe, we are just normal human being who loves our children, and we just want to have a beautiful, peace, quiet life. And I think that story of Kulbir Thapa helps me to achieve that message to the wider world.
Nice, that's amazing. What are you trying to achieve? What's the main purpose of this movie? What's the greater impact that you want to make from this movie or with this project?
Well, it only has one basic impact, right? Sorry, actually, when I say two, but one, the main is to actually raise awareness about our elderly veterans. So the idea being is, everybody knows who Gurkhas are, but we don't have the face to say it. So if they probably see a normal Gurkha, they probably say they're like some Oriental person. They will not say Nepalese the first thing. So the idea is to if I manage to put a face under the name of the Gurkhas, I feel like our veterans here in UK will have much more respectful and life filled with dignity and honor. And as a young generation, that's the least I could give them, because of them I have an amazing life. So in their dying age, all I could give them is honor, which we actually owe to them.
That's really thoughtful of you, and how you want to make that awareness international or global. As you're wearing army or what you call jacket yourself, you're not too far away from being a Gurkha yourself.
Yeah, trust me, we did the crowdfunding video, we did the fitness test. I'm nowhere near, and I'm sure my father is 72 years old, and he till this day he's more fitter than I am. So yeah, nowhere near. nowhere near.
Now, obviously this is a big project, and is it the first time you're doing something of this scale?
Yes, it's my first feature film as well. Yes.
Okay, so obviously you need a lot of support. You've got volunteers working on a voluntary basis. You've got sponsors, and you're doing crowdfunding. What do you want? What kind of support do you want from people? What do you want to ask people for?
I think first of all, as a director in a project, you see the entire operation, right? And for me as a director, the saddest part for me is I managed to, I love filmmaking. It's my passion. I will do this. If I don't have to eat 10 days, if I get to film, I'll do it. But the saddest part is when I ask other people to join me, when I prepared this project at first, I forgot how much responsible I have. Now when I'm here, obviously our accommodation and our food is not exactly the best. It's not the ideal situation, right? And it's where the guys, when the crew, they're all working voluntary basis, so they have kind of left their home comfort to come here film in the middle of nowhere. We sleep in perhaps not the best accommodation. And for me, my saddest part is I can't really deliver the basic to my cast and crew. So if there's any people watching out there, please help us anyway, whether it's a funding, whether it's coming here helping us set, anything can make this rest of my team who are volunteers, if you can help them make life easier, I'll be so grateful to you guys.
Yeah, that's great. I met the crew members and the cast, and everyone is so passionate and excited about the project. It's cold and dark, but still everyone's working so hard, and it's good to see that team chemistry and that teamwork. What do you have to say about your cast and crew members?
Before I started this thing, I was 100%. I wasn't sure, if I made the right choice or not. But from the very first day, when I go back to bed, I actually feel happy. Everything's coming together. And the reason why I can actually go to bed thinking happy is because the choices I made for my cast and crews, they're all clicking. It's all coming together. And the key part for me, this all coming together is most of them are my friends as well. So I managed to be friends with them first before I actually start the project, so it makes even more fun because you're actually working with friends, and these are the memories we're going to take till the end of our life. And it's not many people could actually say, to make film about our forefathers with your friends and make something. And we're trying to make a history here because we're going to be the first one to actually make some, a biographical based Gurkha movie as well. So making a history amongst your friends feels very, very, very good, and it's honor. I have this really great guys around me, and I feel so lucky to have them.
What you're doing is really amazing and inspiring, and I hope that this project and this movie will go on to make a big impact in our community and in the communities outside of the Nepalese community as well. And I look forward to the final product, and look at the movie and just enjoy and share it with my friends and families. Any last words before we go?
Before I go, obviously my last word would be, again, my credit to my cast and crew. If you probably know, if you follow us in our social media pages, you know who they are. If you see them next time, please do give your love and support, because they do need they need it right now, because they do need it.
Thank you so much, Pradeep.
No, thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Nice to have you.
My freezing.
So we have. Who do we have here?
Sexy shishi. This is Kulbir Thapa representing Samir Gurung. मेरो नाम Samir Gurung. I'm representing Kulbir Thapa in this movie, Gurkha Beneath the Bravery. अनि मेरो इन्ट्रोडक्सन्स त्यति नै भन्नु होला अहिलेको लागि.
धन्यवाद तपाईको यति राम्रो इन्ट्रोडक्सनको लागि. So how did you get involved in this project? यस्तो राम्रो प्रोजेक्टमा हैन, that you're representing whole गोर्खालाई, हामी सम्पूर्ण नेपालीलाई रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्नु भएको छ. Just tell us a little bit more about it, please.
कसरी इन्भल्भ भयो भन्ने त pretty much प्रदीपलाई पहिल्यै नै चिनिरहेको थियो. अनि like we've been planning for this project since a very long time, probably 4-5 years ago. He told me about this project, and it was different than this before, and like even the script was a bit different. It wasn't initially thought that I'm going to be the main lead. Later on, like, you know, as the process began, there was a character developed as a Kulbir Thapa, and we wanted to do the biopic of him and cover him and do a little bit of more justice towards like all the brave Gurkhas who fought for us, like all the forefathers who, you know, sacrificed their life for us. And you know, so we wanted to highlight that bit. So yeah, and getting that role is one of my, like, you know, it's giving me such a huge opportunity to be, especially in a feature film, and trying to do justice to that role as well.
Amazing. Thank you. And thank you for what you do, because I understand like all the crews are here doing everything voluntarily.
Yes, everyone is doing voluntarily. I myself, like, pretty much doing voluntarily as well. We will be shooting for a whole month of November. I'll be required to shoot on January as well, like, you know, probably a few dates in December. So all for voluntarily. Not even paying the expenses for the transport to get here.
So which is why I think it's just I just wanted to emphasize even like as I said, my city because you see everything, you know. And it makes you realize like how important the donation is, and fundraising, and which not many people know about it at the moment. No, is that what's the message?
I think it's all about like covering whole logistics and the expenses, especially like, you know, because we have to build up like look after like so many extras as well, and like we ourselves like is staying in this location itself, and like there's so much of expenses which you don't physically see that, but like on the daily occurrence, like there's so many expenses that's been happening, and you know, and the AD and director itself, they're looking after all this structure wise, like, you know, they're looking after every one of us and making sure we get food on time. We manage to get everything on time, you know, rest, and also like all those waters and stuff. So yeah, everyone's working very hard in terms of that. So, and like whoever is actually coming here to, you know, taking time out, like, you know, and we feel that we are actually, you know, we have to do this at some point, like if not us, then who? So
and I guess if not now, then when?
Then when? If not this place, then where?
It's an amazing place, by the way.
Yeah, it is an amazing place, and like, even to pay for this like whole places itself, like it's a lot, and you know, and for those kind of things, obviously that doesn't come for free, and like we can do voluntary from ourselves, but regards to logistics bits, productions bit, obviously it has to be there, and we have to pay for it. So donations plays a huge role on that. Like we managed to, you know, we managed to like fundraise a few bits amount to just like manage to actually do the shoot, but like later on the shoot for the post productions and stuff, like obviously we're still looking for the fund. So yeah, those donations can be a really help, because war movie in less than 25k, like it's really hard to even think of, but like we are trying our best to actually make it happen. So
thank you. And you know, I think as public and audience, that's something we have to really think about. You know? If you guys are like coming here, let's say got a month or 2 months, how long is this?
It can go on for 3 months just to manage the whole thing. It's very hard, but we're staying here. Everything is getting really good. Like, a dinner is really yummy. So yeah.
Who makes the dinner?
The landlord, whoever owns the whole space. Yeah, we pay for him. So yeah, but he makes like a really delicious food as well, like a proper British food. So yeah, we've been having a lot of food. So just maintaining the continuity of looking fat, you know.
Nice. Nice. And then I understand like these outfits are really expensive as well, right?
Yeah, expensive. Everything is expensive. Cookery. There's a gun as well. There's like some fake guns, some like a real gun. So all these outfits, this was what they wore in 1914, like in a Battle of Luz, and back in the days, like our forefathers. So just to just to represent in a right way. So we have to get the right things in place as well. So I think that plays a huge role in making like a whole everything, organizing everything itself. It's a big role, and our director, assistant directors, everyone's helping out, like, and doing what they can from their end. So it's great to be in that team.
Definitely. Samir, as always, you are doing amazing.
Yes.
And so is everybody in this project.
Oh man, everyone's just doing so much hard work. So it's not just up to me. Like, I feel it's just the vibe, it's just the energy that you get from the team as well. Like, it's a beautiful team. Like, everyone's hardworking. I think like some of the boys stayed till late last night, like till like 4 a.m. just to make the right shot of the lights and camera and everything, so that they can make sure everything is alright tonight. So we're doing the night shoot. I don't know like if it's gonna be like till midnight or later past the midnight, but we've been shooting like pretty much 12 hours every day. So yeah, it's just coming well, and it's just the team that's working so hard to get this in a reality. So yeah, and donations please.
That's it. I was going to move on to is there any message that you want to sort of put across, and what would be your request to everybody out there?
Everyone, I think like it's a responsibility, especially being Nepalese and being from the Gurkha background. I think it's a responsibility of everyone to contribute as much as they can. Even some of the best wishes they can just put it out on a social media can be so much of help to get read those messages and feel that like, okay, yeah, we're getting at least a good message, and even the small donations like £10, you can probably chip off from the beer like that you actually take in the evening, or like any travel expenses like you do for the day. And it's a very little amount of money that you can contribute, and just encourage your friends to contribute, and also just donate generously, because we're doing all this for our for our forefathers to and ancestors, and and we feel proud to be like from that background. So I think it plays a huge role, and just to cover up all that story, those forgotten stories, and like try to bring that into reality. It is beautiful things, and just being that part of it, it just feels like I'm alive again.
So I guess it's now up to us, because you guys are doing your part, so it's down to us. Even by sharing the page, or even, making
even little bits, just giving best wishes, or even sending some love to us, it's helpful a lot as well. On this cold weather, miserable
come and donate some food.
Food, I love food. So vegetarian though. Any vegetarian foods, please feel free to donate me. My inbox is open, DM me those foods. No, but I think just to feed everyone, keep themselves warm with a tea, coffee, there's so many expenses that's intangible. So just all those things adds up a lot. But personally, we're doing our best from our side. But in terms of looking after every one of us, it takes a huge cost. So any little bit, it will be really good, and we will be really grateful for that as well. So
thank you so much for sharing. Finally, as I always do, you know what I want to do, or what I want to ask you is show us one of your actions from this movie.
Good. It's like Bala.
Please leave it.
On the film, somehow I'm trying to survive myself, so I'm just gonna act like I don't want to give too much of the film,
Just give us a Gurkha quick reaction.
Ayo Gorkhali!
That's good.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
Hi, Samir. You all good?
Oh, are you still alive again?
Are you still kidding me? Are you still kidding me?
Right, I'm here with one of the cast member. Do you want to tell us what your name is?
Stuart Walker.
And do you want to tell us what your role is in this movie or this project?
Yeah, of course. I play Private Bill Cately from the Leicestershire Regiment, and I'm the soldier that gets rescued from no man's land by Kulbir Thapa, the Gurkha, and it's all based on a true story.
Amazing. Obviously, you know about Gurkhas, and you. I think last time we talked, you said your grandfather had some connection with the Gurkhas as well.
Well, he may well have done. He was in the First World War, and he himself was also rescued from no man's land. He was shot in the leg. My family still has the bullets, so I'm kind of walking in my grandfather's footsteps. And of course, if he wasn't rescued, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So I do feel quite a strong connection to this story, and I think 90% of the Nepalese here, are here because of the Gurkhas' contribution to the First World War. I mean, how can you not feel a connection to that? I mean, if we hadn't have won the First World War, things would be very different. So I think everyone, once they learn about the history of the Gurkhas, will feel a connection to them.
That is true. I'm like really, amazed at how all the people are working on this project on a voluntary basis, and so are you, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And what made you want to get involved in this project?
So I first met Pradeep, the writer director, about 2 years ago. He was basically doing a conceptual kind of trailer for this, but I didn't even know if this was going to happen. So I just wanted to be involved in what he was doing because he had a really good idea, and I'm an actor, so obviously I like to be involved in as much as I can, really. But on the day we had a great time. I sort of helped out as much as I could, and I guess we just kind of really got on, and we kept in touch, and then when this started to become a reality, he offered me the part, and that was amazing, and it's great to have seen things from the start, from the very kind of start, and now seeing it grow into this kind of full-scale feature film is amazing, really.
And how are you finding it so far, the whole process?
So I'm on this is my third shooting day. I've got about 10, 12, it could be more, but it's cold, it's wet, but that's all good, it's all realistic, but it's all about, in the madness, just trying to find some truth in what I'm doing, and just let it breathe, and just tell the story, really, because that's what we're here to do. We're just here to tell the story. So as much as there's so much going on, you just have to forget everything, really, and do what my job is as an actor, which is just to act naturally. Yeah,
it's amazing to see the whole crew and team work together as a team. I know it's cold, and now you've got a scene now in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. We've got glow sticks to lead us up to the field. Which is great. Thanks to Amit for that. We've all just been fed. There's about 20 of us here. We've all had a farmhouse meal. I'm ready to go.
It was amazing. The food was amazing.
Yeah, it's great. Good hot food. I'm ready to go now. With this guy.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the final product and to see you in action.
Oh, there's a lot of action. There's a lot of action in this film. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So we are here with another crew member of the Gurkha Movie. So let's find out who we have here.
Hi, namaste.
Namaste.
Amit Gurung.
And what you doing in this movie?
Basically, I'm the assistant director of the movie. So I look after the logistics and mostly the administration part of the project.
Do you know, I have to say this, since we've come into the movie set here, you've been very welcoming, and we've seen how good you have been with the whole sort of cast and crew members, and that's so nice.
Thank you very much.
So, but as someone who is sort of overlooking the set and the cast members, you must know, what there must have been a lot of challenges and all that. So
yeah, so mostly I plan out the day and the cast, the scenes and everything in the movie, liaising with Pradeep, our director.
Yeah.
So throughout the day we have various scenes and the various cast members coming in and out. So I look after the that part of the project,
and
daily operations.
So I guess like you probably would be the right person who would be able to tell us, what challenges you're facing in every day.
Yeah, as you can see, the set is outside. The most of the time, the challenging part is the weather, because the set is outside and the whole shoot is actually being captured outside. The challenge is finding that right day and right time of the day. And sometimes it rains and sometimes it snows, sometimes it is really cold, or sometimes it's really dark, or sometimes it's really sunny. But because we are portraying the scene of World War One, we're trying to get that gloomy, damp weather, and to get that damp weather is not easy. You have to wait for the right time, and that's the most challenging part.
Definitely.
Yeah, and past few days of the filming, it has been really hectic because you must have experienced yourself. There was rain some day and it was sunny yesterday, and we were waiting until 3 o'clock to get that right timing so that we can shoot. And then we finished much later because time-wise we couldn't get that right timing because of the weather. So that's the most challenging part.
Also, it was interesting because as we were stood here, they had to hold the shooting because of the airplane. Yeah,
because we are using these high-tech equipments, this can capture really, really tiny sounds as well. So when the airplane goes, we really have to hold the scene and then wait that right moment when nothing is there, and then roll the camera and take the scene.
Definitely. And also, so we saw you guys just with one camera. Do you think it would have been easier with, one or two?
Definitely. If it was two cameras, then definitely it would have been easier. But then that's the funding part. I mean, the whole project is done by crowdfunding. So we managed to raise over £13,000, but that's not enough to provide for the logistics, for transportation, for food, for shelter. That we're actually staying here in the farm where it's really near the set. So for that, and also for our cast, we pay some of them the transportation cost and things like that. That someone has to pay for it, right? It doesn't come free. I mean, I am volunteering, and some of my the core team is volunteering for the whole month, but somebody has to pay for the bills. So obviously to hire the camera is not cheap, and it would have been better if we had two cameras. Otherwise, because the scene had to be done twice or three times just to make sure that we get the camera angle from each direction, each to make sure the scene looks perfect.
Exactly. So I guess again, so because obviously we've been talking to quite a few cast members around as well, and then they were talking about highlighting the issues of the funding. Also, I'm sure apart from the challenges, you were enjoying what you were doing. How has it been?
It has been really fantastic so far, especially because of the team spirit and what we are really working towards is the cause that's giving us that hope and that spirit to work together and then make this movie successful. I mean, who would want to go out there living near the trench in the caravan, leaving all those luxury for a whole month, leaving all those luxury back home in London. I mean, it's challenging, but then it actually is going towards the Gurkha, whatever we're raising is for the movie is going towards Gurkha Welfare Trust, and this movie is actually a tribute to our ancestors who definitely lost their lives, and some of them we don't even remember, but then it's like a tribute to them, and especially the first Victoria Cross winner, Kulbir Thapa. The whole movie is based on that. So those are the kind of things that is really attached to us, which makes us keep going every day.
Can you tell us your name?
Charlie Morell.
Charlie. What role are you doing for this movie?
So I'm playing Connor, who's one of the British soldiers in the trench. I believe he's a 20-year-old private, and he's not really getting used to the war. He's still a bit grumpy and scared of it all, but he's trying to get through.
Really good. And how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, excited about it. Second day on set, so it's really cool to be part of something so important and authentic. So yeah, it's a great experience.
Did you know about Gurkhas before?
I was aware of the Gurkhas, yeah, because I studied history at university, and World War I was one of my favourite subjects. So I was aware of the Gurkhas, but not their massive importance.
Are you looking forward to more shooting? Maybe are you doing shooting today, later on, and then tomorrow as well?
Yeah, really looking forward to our experience on set today, and I think we've got a couple of night shoots coming up, so it's going to be a cold one.
How was yesterday?
It was really good, actually. It was nice to be on set, and it was great to be in an authentic trench, even if it was a little bit cold.
Yeah. Apart from the cold, what are you enjoying about the whole thing?
It's nice to be on a proper working feature film set. It's something I've never actually got the chance to do before, so to experience something like that and to get to work with a script that's so good is really
Hey,
good.
can you tell us your name?
Jack Cronin.
So tell us, how did you come across this project?
It was through Star Now. I applied for it, and yeah.
Is this the first time you're doing something like this?
Yes. So yeah.
How are you finding it?
Yeah, exciting. Yeah, just cold. That's the main thing.
Cold. It is very cold, isn't it? How long does it take for you to get ready? And
Longest part is putting these wraps on. Yeah. They take about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just that bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And someone else has to do it?
Yeah, someone else has to do it. Yeah.
You're a celebrity now.
That's it. Big star now.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind turning around, just so that we can see what's.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you do for that?
What do you mean? What
I mean, what what do you do with that?
Do what? It's just a bed.
I love how you got that mug there.
Oh yes. I brought that from home.
So
yeah.
that's the ticket box. That's the mug if they want to drink.
Oh, okay.
Then there's
that's
a respirator
how much you use a mug. You drink
Where's the
out of it.
respirator?
at the side.
Wow.
And this
That's
is like
so cool.
a British outfit, isn't it, for the armies?
Yeah,
back in the days. Yeah.
Wow.
With
Really
a knife here, which I'll
Oh.
use to butter my sandwiches with.
Nice. You gotta be careful though.
Yeah.
Hello guys.
Hello.
तपाईँहरूको नाम भनिदिनु.
Okay, मेरो चाहिँ गोकुल लिम्बू.
गोकुल.
पुबिन्द्र.
Sachin Rai.
Sachin राई. अनि तपाईँहरूले यो प्रोजेक्टको बारेमा कस्तो थाहा भन्नु? How did you hear about the project?
मैले चाहिँ अस्ति रेडिङमा हाम्रो देउसी भैलो प्रोग्राम रहेछ उहाँहरूको. त्यसमा एउटा मेरो दिदीले बोलाउनु भएको थियो कि म गएको थिएँ, अनि त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ त्योभन्दा अगाडि नै थाहा थियो मलाई होइन, रिस्ट ब्यान्डहरू सेल गरिराख्नु भएको थियो. तर त्यहाँ गएपछि अझै धेरै होइन मैले बुझ्ने मौका पाएँ, र अहिले चाहिँ आएर चाहिँ यहाँ यसो एज अ सपोर्ट हामीले गरिरहेछौँ. टु बी अनेस्ट क्र्यु एकदम हाम्रो क्र्युहरू हाम्रो डाइरेक्टर साहबदेखि लिएर क्यामेराम्यान एभ्री वान इज सो नाइस टु अस होइन. इभन दि कुलबीर थापा शिशिर his name, the main actor is really funny, you know, हुन्छ नि अब त्यो हामीले लास्ट टाइम सिन गर्दाखेरि पनि like we are literally laughing, you know, every time, you know, so it's really enjoyable.
He's a funny person.
Yeah, he is indeed. Yeah.
तपाईँहरू चाहिँ you here like volunteer गर्न हैन, just to fill up the cast. अनि what do you think about the project, like कतिको important छ यो प्रोजेक्ट चाहिँ?
यसो सोच्दाखेरि एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट छ जस्तो लाग्यो. अब गोर्खाको हिस्ट्रीको बारेमा अनि फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वारको बारेमा भएर पनि. हजुर,
द्याट्स गुड. अनि तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ अब तपाईँले हेल्प गर्नुभयो होइन भोलिन्टियर, अनि अझै हेल्प चाहिएको छ नि त. वी निड मोर पिपल टु सपोर्ट. डु यु थिङ्क पिपल सुड पे एटेन्सन अनि सपोर्ट दिनुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ?
Yeah, obviously. यो कुरा चाहिँ अब अहिले सबैलाई त थाहा छैन होइन, तर अब हामीले अहिले फेसबुकदेखि अपडेट गरिरहेछौँ होइन, यो बिहाइन्ड द सिन्सहरूदेखि लिएर अलिअलि फोटोग्राफ्सहरू, र त्यसले चाहिँ अहिले मान्छेहरू चाहिँ निकै नै अहिले इन्ट्रेस्टेड देखिरहेछ कि, लाइक क्वेसन्सहरू आइरहेछ कहिले रिलिज हुने कहिले के हुने. सो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ स्टिल होइन मेनी पिपल निड टु नो, एन्ड स्टिल सम अफ देम आर रियली गुड इन्करेजिङ एभ्री वान एज वेल.
द्याट्स गुड. अनि you got your scene coming up as scene so all the best guys, have fun, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, so we are here with the art director.
Hi.
And then we have our hair and makeup artist assistant as well. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Shruti, and I'm obviously here for the Gurkha Movie. I'm doing hair and makeup as well as props, costumes. So we've got everything here all in one hub. So juggling around different tasks and helping the crew out. And yeah, it's been really good fun so far. Week 2. So it's a big scene today.
That's great. I'm sure you're doing an amazing job because we actually saw you, getting the boys ready. And how are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, we're really enjoying it. Lots of things going around and multitasking and doing a bit of hair and makeup and mixing up the costumes. So it's a good experience. And bringing everything together with, the directors and the DOPs and working along, concepts and shoots and how it's going to look in the end as well.
Awesome.
So
and is this your background?
My background's being a hair and makeup artist for film, TV, and obviously I'm helping with the props and the art departments and directing there as well, and just kind of help everything out together. So a lot of juggling around.
Awesome. And I heard, Amit was saying that you're actually staying here at the moment.
Yeah, so all the main crew is staying here, and it's it's nice to have base and accommodation at the same base, so if you need anything or emergencies, it's good at it's just a doorstep away really.
Cool.
So yeah, great.
Amazing. So we'll move on to our hair and makeup artist assistant.
She's been helping me with makeup.
I'm Kuzul. I'm just here to assist her today. I do whatever she tells me.
She's been great help. She's been great help.
Are you
and putties and doing bits and bobs and dirtying down? Because obviously we've got it's a big scene today, so with the soldiers as well. A lot of work goes into the costume part as well, so it takes a bit of time. So she's been fantastic.
And you guys this is all volunteering, isn't it? So are you enjoying the process?
Oh yeah, very much. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Is there anything that you want to sort of tell our viewers, or any message that you want to put across?
Yeah, well, thank you for donating and helping us. Participating. Every bit counts. And and more hands the better, with the crew as well. So yeah, please help and be on board.
Awesome. And I guess if there are any volunteering sort of makeup artists or hair and makeup artists,
costumes, it'd be fantastic to have, especially for crew and big scenes as well. The many hands, the better.
So come on, guys, join this amazing, wonderful team here. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm here with Team DOP, Director of Photography. Now these guys look after the, the video, the photo, and the lighting and everything else. So can you introduce yourself, Nam?
I am Nico Pratap Gurung.
I'm Amit Gurung.
Can you tell us what your specific role is, your project, Masi?
Basically, we are the DOP, and that stands for Director of Photography. So our role is to portray Pradeep's vision into reality while watching it on the screen. So it's a quite challenging job as well, because it's the first time we're doing a war movie in our occupation. This is such a long project, so we have to set up the sets as well every morning and do some rehearsals, try to look for the best angles we can capture.
Sounds really challenging. Amrit, what's your role?
It's the same thing what he said, actually, to create a beautiful image at the end.
This is the first time you're doing a project or movie of this size, are you enjoying the whole process?
Yeah, definitely. To wake up every morning at around 4 a.m. It's quite which I've never done in my life. It's quite difficult to wake up in the morning, and we actually skip our breakfast as well sometimes. We don't even have the time to drink water. We actually forget about it during the shoot. So I think that's part of the adventure. Pani khanu bhulnu bhaneko nai haina I think we are into it so much that we forget about ourselves.
You're really passionate about it. Yeah. Ani Amrit, timlai चाहिँ what is fun about this process, and what is the challenge for you?
I think the fun part is to meet all the cast and crews and to experiment all the stuffs, and we can practice ourselves as well. I think that's the a good part of it.
Yeah, amazing. I appreciate what you guys doing. Like, you know, you're here every day, every night, shooting stuff like extreme temperature, like very cold, and you guys are doing this on a voluntary basis. So, you know, hats off to you guys. Thank you so much, guys. I hope to see the final product and see what you guys create.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dinesh.
All right, we have another member of the project Gurkha Movie here with me. So can you introduce yourself?
My name is Suman Saru, and aka Kinahora, if you guys don't know. Yeah, that's my name.
So Suman, what is your role in your project, Mase?
Mirror roles, I'm sort of helper, to be honest. I'm here for like 3 days. Malai चाहिँ Pratap daile चाहिँ just as a helper belong with it, but I'm working as a AC assistant cameraman. So I'm sort of helping with the DOP, what just DOP लाई चाहिँ के कस्तो helper चाहिन्छ, I'm helping out to the fullest. I'm as I said, I'm here for the 3 days. So yeah, I'm here actually mirror personally लाई चाहिँ किन यहाँ आएको भन्दा चाहिँ, so I'm here for to gain experience and help out the DOP, and as अनि Pradeep दाइको vision छ strong for the movie, so I'm here to help.
Are you enjoying the process?
I'm very much enjoying the process and loving it so far. And last night we had the light setup गरिरहेको थियो हामीले. So we did like 3 hours just roughly light setup गरिरहेको थियो. So the process was very much enjoying, and plus got so much to learn. So yeah,
amazing. I love how you putting your time and effort, you know, to learn as well as help the project and help for the greater cause, you know. Yeah, thank you so much, and I look forward to the final product.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Thank you so much.
Say hi.
There we go. Right, let me get those straps.
Right, fellas. Just video camera, you know, I'm talking
Yes, right. For this guy.
For this guy, okay. Give me just a second. Okay. So I'm just behind you.
If you hold it out there.
I'm going to leave that here.
I play SG.
Do that again. She should do that. No.
Too loud down here, I could hear you.
It's Samir.
Sorry, guys.
We blame Samir.
Samir and Janaki.
होइन त्यो मेन त सुटिङ छ नि त, that's why.
What's up, my man? Assistant director. Whoa.
One by one लिया.
Kulbir.
यो साथमा भात खान
The main guy here.
मिठो लाग्छ कि हैन?
So we're having dinner with the crew. बिचारा यिनीहरू खाएर अब अहिले फेरि they have got to go for shoot है. हाम्रो क्यामेराम्यान त्यहाँ हुनुहुन्छ अमृत, हाम्रो भोलिन्टियर एक्टर्सहरू आजको भाइहरू. हेलो. सो यो चाहिँ यहाँको त्यो ल्यान्डलोर्डको घरमा हो नि त है. अनि so basically he makes dinner अनि तिमीहरूले चाहिँ पे गर्छ हैन डिनरको. So yeah.
तर तपाईहरुले चाहिँ पे गर्नु पर्दैन.
As a descendant of a Gurkha family, this film is dedicated to showing the bravery of our ancestors and shining lights on their stories, culture, and livelihood. Gurkha beneath the bravery would not be where it is now without your generosity. And with that, you all have our perpetual gratitude. However, we are still short of our target amount of £25,000, and with less than 5 weeks before starting principal photography And again, we would be needing your support in making this epic tale happen. The remaining funds will be invested in equipment rental and running costs during 4 weeks of production in November. And with that in mind again, thank you so much for your continuing support, and we are so excited to bring this film to you.